What's up? The Black Andy Cat. We're back. Another episode of These Three Things podcast. We look at the world of sports and break it down to three things. So going into the week 4, week 5, what week is this? We got this zero business. It confuses me. But going into the college football weekend, looking at some things that I'm interested in from a Florida college football perspective. All right. So, last week was interesting. Florida self-imploded. Defense looked great, but DJ Lagway, who everyone as a Gator fan, including myself, thought was going to be the man this season, looks awful through 5 interceptions. Billy Napier did what he always does. He sticks to his guns and let the kid continue to throw interceptions and take you out of a game you could have won against the number 3 team. LSU's not the number 3 team in the nation, though, by the way. So it would have looked good and sounded great if the Gators had won, but that's not the number 3 team in the nation. No way, no how. All right, so let's not delude ourselves. Miami did what I expected them to do. They crushed the Bulls. Everybody else in the state was dormant. Nothing exciting happened. But so what am I looking at going into this week of college football for Florida, right? For the college football and just in general, right? What am I looking at going in? So thing number one this week is Florida, Miami, right? It's a great rivalry. Anything can happen. Last time, Miami ran the Gators out of their own building in the swamp, just like USF did. Well, USF didn't run them out the building, but USF beat them, right? So that's the question. Can the Gators find their sea legs, right? That against LSU last week, the defense looked pretty stiff. They only gave up 10 points. Everything else was off of the turnovers, the interceptions that DJ kept giving up, right? So can DJ find the DJ of last season, right? That kid that was able to make plays, who was making great throws down the field, but maybe it's just a situation where, opposing defensive coordinators realize he can't read and make those short passes, and so they're just covering deep and forcing him to do something he's not good at. So, again, expect Miami to put a beat down on my Gators. I hate to have to admit that, but I told you I'm never going to be a homer in this podcast. I think the defense is going to hold strong for about a half, and the second half is just going to get tired, and they're going to I'm tired of DJ. Unless Billy Napier decides to go with Tramel Jones. And even in that situation, I think Tramel's just a freshman. I think Miami's going to throw some stuff at him he's never seen. He's not going to be prepared for a lot of it. And so I think that's going to cause him trouble, and even then it won't be good enough. So looking to see that game and how it plays out. The second thing related to that game, if Billy gets run off the field like I think he potentially will get run off the field, does that mean he loses his job, right? A lot of questions in coming out of Gainesville is in terms of when are they going to clip Billy. It's pretty much a foregone conclusion that Billy's gone. It's just a matter of when. I believe the Gators are going to wait till the end of the season. And the reason they're going to wait is because if they go right now and say he's fired, that opens up the portal for the players on the Gators squad, right? Everybody's going to jump ship. You might not even have enough kids to finish the season. That would be a disaster. So don't expect Billy to be let go, Gator fans, until the end of the season. Otherwise, it could really be embarrassing for the Gator program. I think Strickland is working furiously on the back end right now, trying to line up some candidates. I don't think he wants this to drag out. I think when he does clip Billy, I think he's going to announce who he wants very quickly after that, because he wants to try and keep as much of his talent as he can in Gainesville, because there's lots of talent in Gainesville. It's just not in the coaching staff, or at least it's not from the head coach anyway. All right, number 3. What's the third thing I'm really interested in? Really interested in this UCF, University of North Carolina Tar Heels game. Right, Bill Belichick looked awful. His squad looked awful in the first game, right? That's not necessarily working out how he thought. All this big talk about how he's going to run it like an NFL team, yada 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 yada. But then all of a sudden, he's got this young girlfriend that seems to be distracting him from what his job is. His son's running. We don't know what's going on now. All of a sudden, no Patriots staff can come on campus. What's going on down there? Who knows? It's a mess, right? But still, it's a good name. It's a good name that UCF needs to put in the books, right? UCF's had a couple of cupcakes, had it off last season. They didn't look great the first week. Looked better against North Carolina A&T. Don't know if that was because A&T just wasn't as good as Jacksonville State, or if UCF is getting better because the first game was the first game under their new regime. Everything had to get figured out, right? So I expect them to get better as the season goes along. Excited to see what Scott Frost can do with that team. I'm a big fan of Scott Frost. I've told you that before if you watched any of my other podcasts where I talked about that squad. So, looking forward to seeing how that plays out, because I really believe Scott Frost could make a mark in the Big 12 and be the man out there. And that'd be great, right? I'd love to see Scott Frost in the next 2 or 3 years get to the top of the Big 12 and just like go to the Big 12 championship and win it 2 or 3 years in a row. Just to watch Nebraska Cornhuskers fans' heads explode, because you did it dirty. You tried to undermine UCF when you stole Scott Frost. You tried to tell him he had to come home because that's where he played. It didn't matter that he had made commitments to other people. All that mattered was what you wanted, and look what happened. And so if he can come to UCF, rebound, and start winning games, winning conference championships, and get into the college football playoff, nothing would make me happier from a UCF perspective, just because, Nebraska Cornhuskers ran us off the field way back when in the national championship game. Yeah, still mad about that, bro. Still mad about that, beating Tommy Frazier, ran all up. But anyway, bad memories. But anyway, those are the 3 things that I'm looking forward to kind of seeing how they play out this week in college football. Tell me what you're looking forward to down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the podcast. This is your boy Black Andy Cap. I'm out. Peace.